And here's new video just into our newsroom showing that huge plume of smoke rising over a street in Iran's capital. This is in Tehran. There are also reports from Iran's state-run media that a death toll in the U.S.-Israeli strike on a girls' school in southern Iran has risen to 40 people killed. President Trump saying in a video posted on Truth Social from Mar-a-Lago this morning that the U.S. had begun major combat operations in Iran.
Trump loves the uneducated. The other day, in the lead up to the distract from Epstein war, one of the Republicans that slobs Trump's knob to justify the upcoming war was talking about what the Ayatollah had done to us back in 1979, I believe it was. I was a young guy, but I recall it dominated the news cycle. America held hostage, day 400 and something, every night that was on. And I remember why we were butthurt. I remember our grudge against Iran. And this guy was using that to justify it and said that the Ayatollah back then said that they wanted a nuclear weapon. And that was, Allah wanted them to have a nuclear weapon. And so they were going to get one. That was a different Ayatollah. Very similar names. It's unfortunate. I mean, he was a dumbass Republican redneck from hell, but I have to give him a little slack. Khomeini and Khamenei sound a lot alike, and Ayatollah before. But if he just looked it up, one wore glasses and one didn't. That could have been the thing that made you look like less of a dumbass. But you didn't do your research. Stupid Republican who I can't even remember who you are. He was in the government. I don't know if it was a Senate or, but matter of fact, I wasn't even looking at him. I was listening to it as I was driving around, and I'm just going, "Oh, you idiot!" That Ayatollah died like a decade or so ago. And then they have a new Ayatollah. Ayatollah's like, think of it like this. It's like, for them, maybe it's like the word president, where it's like the supreme religious leader of the country, the Ayatollah. So everybody's going to be Ayatollah something. Maybe the next one won't have a name that sounds so similar, because everybody seems to be confirming. Israel's been saying it all day. Now all of the news sources are confirming that the current Ayatollah, I believe is Khamenei, is dead. So my heart goes out to the Iranian people. This has been a brutal regime that has just, murdered thousands of your people when Trump said that he would have your back and then didn't. Everybody's already dead. It's been way later. He didn't do anything to have your back. But Trump put out on this Truth Social. He's calling for regime change. This is what this war is allegedly all about. And I hope y'all can make some Epstein lemons into lemonade, and maybe liberate your country. While we had a puppet running their country before they overthrew it back in I believe it was '79. Don't quote me. I didn't do my research. I just I remember it happening. Back before that, Iran was a very different place. It was I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but it looked very American. With women walking around without having to cover their heads or their faces. They walked around in high heels and makeup, and they looked like they lived in West Hollywood. I don't know which is better. I don't know which is better, but the people in Iran have seemed to resist this regime the entire time, and then been brutally put down each time. So I'm against this war, but I hope y'all over there can turn this into something good, maybe. And don't let us come in and put a puppet in place. Choose your own damn government, man. Change your stars. I'm watching, and I'm not liking. Michael Carell with the WTH News Network. Thank you for subscribing, and if you're not subscribed, subscribe. It's pretty easy. You click a few buttons here and there. Like, subscribe, share, and repeat. And everywhere you go, whatever buttons they have that do that, please press those buttons. Do a bro a solid. You help us out. Just a couple movements of your thumb. Can you do that? I thought you could.